Right, listen up, petrol heads and eco warriors. The car world is changing faster than a supercar on a racetrack. Choosing your next set of wheels isn't as simple as it used to be. Petrol and diesel, the old guard, are facing stiff competition from electric vehicles and those hybrid contraptions. So, what's the deal with all these different fuel guzzlers, or should I say electricity sippers? Let's break it down, shall we? We'll dive deep into the engine rooms of petrol, diesel, electric and hybrid cars, examining their inner workings, their strengths, and of course their weaknesses. Because let's face it, every car has its quirks, right? By the time we're done, you'll be able to tell your spark plugs from your battery packs and make an informed decision about which type of car is best for you. So buckle up and let's get this show on the road. Petrol, the classic, the original. For decades, it's been the fuel of choice for most drivers. Petrol engines ignite a mixture of petrol and air, causing a small explosion that pushes the piston, powering the wheels, known for smooth acceleration and lower upfront costs compared to electric cars. Filling them up is easy with petrol stations everywhere, but they produce greenhouse gases, harming the environment, and fluctuating fuel prices can make running a petrol car costly. Now, diesel cars, these are the workhorses of the automotive world. They operate on a similar principle to petrol engines, but with a twist. Instead of spark plugs igniting the fuel, diesel engines use compression ignition. Picture this: you've got a bicycle pump, and you keep pumping and pumping, and the air inside gets hotter and hotter. That's what a diesel engine does with the air and fuel mixture. Compresses it until it explodes and powers the engine. Diesel engines are known for their impressive fuel efficiency, often squeezing more miles out of a gallon than their petrol siblings. They also pack a punch when it comes to torque, that pulling power that's great for towing caravans or, overtaking slow drivers on the motorway. However, diesel engines have gained a bit of a bad reputation, and for good reason. They can be noisy like a grumpy bear waking up from hibernation, and they emit more NOx and particulate matter, which are bad news for our lungs and the environment. Electric cars, the new kids on the block, are all the rage these days, aren't they? They're marketed as the saviors of the planet, the future of mobility. But how do these things even work without petrol or diesel? Electric cars work on a similar principle, but on a much larger and more sophisticated scale. They have a large battery pack that stores electricity, which powers an electric motor that turns the wheels. Simple, right? The beauty of electric cars is their zero tailpipe emissions. They're incredibly quiet, like a ninja on wheels, and offer zippy acceleration that can leave petrol heads in the dust. Plus, with electricity prices generally more stable than fossil fuels, running an electric car can be easier on the wallet. But here's the rub: electric cars can be pricey, like seriously pricey. And then there's the whole range anxiety thing. You can't just fill up and be on your way. You need to find a charging station, and charging takes time. Section 5. Hybrid harmony, the best of both worlds. Now, hybrid cars, these are the peacemakers of the automotive world, trying to find common ground between the old and the new. They combine the traditional internal combustion engine of a petrol car with the electric motor and battery pack of an electric car. Think of it like this: you've got a horse and a cart, and sometimes the horse pulls the cart, and sometimes you push it along yourself, giving the horse a break. That's That's kind of what a hybrid car does, switching between the petrol engine and the electric motor, or even using both at the same time. Hybrids are generally more fuel efficient than petrol or diesel cars, especially in stop-and-go city driving where the electric motor can do most of the work. They also have lower emissions, making them a greener option. However, hybrids can be more complex and expensive to maintain than traditional petrol or diesel cars. And let's be honest, they're not exactly the most exciting cars to drive. They're like the sensible shoes of the car world, practical but not exactly thrilling. Section 6, petrol versus diesel, a classic showdown. Right, let's settle this age-old debate. Petrol versus diesel. It's like the Beatles versus the Rolling Stones, Coke versus Pepsi, or dare I say, Clarkson versus May. Both have their merits, but which one comes out on top? Petrol cars have traditionally been the go-to choice for their smoother driving experience and lower upfront cost. They're widely available, and you can find a petrol station on practically every street corner. Diesel cars, on the other hand, fight back with their impressive fuel economy and torque. If you're clocking up the miles or towing heavy loads, a diesel engine might be your best bet. However, both petrol and diesel cars are facing increasing scrutiny for their environmental impacts. With stricter emissions regulations and growing concerns about climate change, the days of the internal combustion engine seem numbered. Section 7, electric versus hybrid, charging ahead or bridging the gap. Now, let's talk about the new kids on the block, electric versus hybrid. Electric cars are like the shiny new gadgets of the automotive world. Sleek, sophisticated, and promising a cleaner, greener future. They offer zero tailpipe emissions, whisper quiet operation, and exhilarating performance. Plus, with advancements in battery technology, range anxiety is becoming less of an issue. Hybrid cars, on the other hand, are like the pragmatic middle ground, offering improved fuel efficiency and lower emissions without the range anxiety of pure electric vehicles. They're a good option for drivers who aren't quite ready to make the full leap to electric. So, which one is right for you? If you're looking for the most environmentally friendly option and don't mind paying a premium, electric is the way to go. If you want to dip your toes into the world of electrified driving without breaking the bank, a hybrid might be a good compromise. Section 8, the final verdict. Which car wears the crown? So, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the automotive landscape. We've explored the inner workings of petrol, diesel, electric, and hybrid cars, examined their strengths and weaknesses, and pondered their place in a rapidly changing world. But which one comes out on top? Well, there's no easy answer, is there? It's like asking someone to choose their favorite child. Each one has its own unique qualities. Ultimately, the best car for you depends on your individual needs and preferences. Consider your budget, your driving habits, your environmental concerns, and your tolerance for range anxiety. Section 9, the open road awaits. Choosing your automotive ally. As we stand at this automotive crossroads, it's clear that the future is electric. But the transition won't happen overnight. Petrol and diesel cars will still be with us for years to come, and hybrids will play a crucial role in bridging the gap. The important thing is to make an informed decision, weighing the pros and cons of each type of car and choosing the one that best suits your lifestyle. So go forth, intrepid motorists, and choose your automotive ally wisely. The open road awaits. filled with possibilities and adventures. Just remember to buckle up, drive safe, and try not to run out of juice or petrol or diesel for that matter.